Pick me up. Alright, I think I just had to unplug it and plug it back in. That should be working now. Oh, man. No way. We got the boys back in town. You have got to be kidding me. Mr. Greg Lynch and Mr. Coin Fox. Oh, man. Deja vu right here, baby. Ow. All right. I'm pumped. Coin, how have you been, man? Miss you, man. Miss you. And thank you, Greg, for the mute shout out. All right. Yeah, getting the stream back up and running, man. I'm going to be starting this back up. It's been a busy few years, dude, with the kids. Got 2 little kids, and summer's been so busy. It's been hard to keep up, but once school starts back, preschool that is, we're going to be up and running. So I'm watching a few tickers this morning, and a few stocks that are making some moves, man. Some below floaters. Yesterday, you guys tell me, ISPO, what is going on here? I know it's a 2 million in float ticker. This thing went up into a crazy haul yesterday, and somehow it has sustained this move. It's actually above the previous close, up towards 656 right now. But ISPO, I'm trying to find some information on this. Not seeing much. Past chart history-wise, this stock has done a lot of splits, it looks like. But yeah, that's where some attention may be. If you guys take a look, I got the pre-market gainers over on the left side of the screen via Thinkorswim. It's going to be there for you guys to utilize, and then we're going to switch over to the percent gainers throughout the day, the momentum stocks once the market opens on up. PayPal had some really good earnings. They're hitting some resistance. They're making a nice move. We're going to flip through some tickers as far as where volume is at right now. RR is a cheap little penny play. This one, I looked at their Yahoo Finance for their short interest, and it was only like 1%. And when I was looking this up and trying to figure out why is the stock making a move right now, they said their short interest was like 20%. Like, we can look at that news right here. Because I actually was interested in this for a short until I read that, but I'm not seeing a ton of shorts into this. RR short percent of the float has fallen 23% since its last report. On Yahoo Finance, they were only over about 1%. RR had a nice zombie hour climb yesterday. It's kind of hovering right around 175. This is not bad for a short back down to the previous close or a bounce play off of that, depending on. But where's the stock that's really been making some moves here lately is SERV. SERV, NVIDIA had invested 10% into this robotics company. And looking left of the chart here, this thing had nothing going on up until NVIDIA invested in them. And then we see this move. I mean, this thing was a nothing burger. It was a $2 stock. And then there was a private investor who invested $15 million into this. And it shot up, doubled the price. And then it's been on a tear since. The RSI on this is through the roof, coin. I don't know if I could even get involved with that. Way too high. I mean, NVIDIA, since they did their split, what have they been doing? Okay, so NVIDIA there's been some profit taking there, which it took long enough. Yeah, so Serve, I get it. You're mainly on large cap, Serve, and ASTS. Let's take a look at ASTS. ASTS yesterday morning was a chop fest. See, that thing like quadruple topped at 1950. Oh man, kind of a similar ish looking chart to serve as far as it got in this algorithmic uptrend and then broke out past 14 bucks. What's the past chart history on this? Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, this is like a recent-ish IPO too. I mean, what, a couple years ago? Yeah, throw ASTS on the watch list as well. What's going on with that one? Yeah, so ASTS in this massive climb breakout last Thursday. Last Thursday had a great amount of volume, and we formed a beautiful pattern here. I love Thinkorswim charts, dude, and I learn something new all the time. I just finally, after using this thing for 6 years, learned how to put the trend line and price level on this bar right above the chart instead of having to click down at this tiny little icon at the bottom. I mean, they're so robust. It's always something to learn. But yeah, last Thursday, man, I say this all the time too. Look at this volume. We had a rise in volume, the most volume on the day right there around 11. When you get that volume spike, it's usually a good indicator that that's probably going to be the high of the day. And right after that, volume really faded. But with no volume, this thing climbed back up and double and triple topped. Beautiful pattern last week. And despite this thing going from $2 to $19, ASTS is still holding its gains, man. All right, so we got a few we're going to have to watch when the market opens. Guys, throw them on your watch list. ASTS, SERV, SERV, ISPO, if you're into the 2 million in float tickers. ISPO is there. This stock, I'm telling you, there's going to be chat rooms that are trying to pump this up at the start of the day. ISPO, we already know it, because what, the traders like to go back to the well in which they made money, right? So ISPO yesterday got this chat room pump from $3 up to $4.20, halted and gapped up another point. People made bank on it on the long side. And guess what traders are going to try to do today? It's at $6.66. I wouldn't touch it. The devil's on ISPO. We got that, and then we have IMMN. Oh God, IMNN. Okay, there we go. IMNN. So this ticker came out with positive 2 results for some ovarian cancer thing going on there. Phase 2 results just ask the question, is this drug effective? Phase 1, is it safe? Phase 2, is it effective? Phase 3, is it better than what's already on the market? Phase 2 usually brings in about the hype we're seeing here on IMNN. Let's look left of the chart and try to get some technical analysis going on. We do 3 types of analysis, traders. Trader analysis, fundamental analysis, technical analysis. I don't care about fundamentals usually. That's why I just kind of breeze through them, because without volume, fundamentals don't matter. You could have the best PR in the world. Doesn't matter. If you don't have the volume, I look at volume and then technicals, and then kind of the fundamentals last, which is opposite of kind of how you start trading, right? All right, this is a recentish IPO a couple years ago. $2 is all I'm seeing for support. I don't see any overhead resistance. IMNN. It's kind of got a head and shoulders just pattern. Not talking about the shampoo. We got the left shoulder. Let's draw it out. Left shoulder here. Right shoulder, head. All right, let's extend that to the right. So if you're long on IMNN, there's the bell. You might want to look for a pullback and then start piecing this thing off up towards $4. Yeah, so we're getting the sell-off on IMNN right now. All right, let me change a few things real quick. I need Watchlist. All right. Coin, you're talking about RVTY? Yeah, man. Not a lot of volume there. So we got our percent gainers, that are going to populate over in this chart here, or this section, so we can see really where the volume's going. But right now, let's focus our attention on IMNN. Which is getting the sell-off right now. And then serve and ASTS. Holy ASTS. All right, ASTS had a big momentum pop at the start of the day and a huge upper shadow, signifying a lot of selling pressure. Now, ASTS, careful there. That one's overbought already. If you're going to get involved, you really don't want this thing to start going beneath 1875. Could be a bounce area. It's not bad. That's Friday's support, and we got some support from Monday there as well, around the 1870s, 1880s. I like to scoop things up when they pull back very hard underneath the whole dollar as well, because a lot of people do, algos and people as well, put orders beneath the whole dollar. Oftentimes you do see stocks pop right back up. Same thing on the short side, guys, and I can go over that another day, but I have a whole section of charts literally where that 20-cent area coin, I don't know if you've been paying attention to it since we had the stream last up, but that 20-cent area is always heavy selling pressure. It's pretty much a pop right over the whole dollar where people slam stocks. The amateurs are buying at the whole dollar break. All right, ISPO, the 2 million and float ticker. Good morning, Jasmine. Welcome to the chat. What are you watching this morning, Jasmine? So ISPO right now, this is kind of having a tug-of-war battle here. It's got $7 resistance that it's going to have to break through. It attempted it in pre-market, and we see an upper shadow there. This low float play, where we want to see it above is a natural area of support, which is yesterday's previous close. That's this yellow line you guys need to focus on. If you don't have that on your chart, I can show you how to get this previous close line on your chart. It is a very important level of support. I love this indicator. 524 is that previous close. We want to see it stay above that. I mean, ideally above like the 550s if you want ISPO to make another leg up. All right, let's see some of these percent gainers that are popping on off right now. We got JetBlue making a pop this morning. That's going to be a higher and float stock. PCSA. I missed PCSA. This looks like a tiny-ish float this morning too. Let's take a look at the fundamentals. PCSA Pharmaceuticals announced FDA clearance of an NDA application for a phase 2 clinical trial of their drug for breast cancer. Not a great headline, but this one's moving like a lower float ticker, and it's making a red to green move right now, PCSA. Yeah, keep PCSA on watch. It's a lower price stock, but this one's trying to make a red to green move at the moment. It kind of has a cup and handle pattern as well. Ooh. Yep, see, PCSA tested the open of the day and got rejected really hard. Damn, that is tough. All right, well, man, you know that's gonna shy away a lot of buyers. that interest short sellers. It scares longs. AFRM is holding its gains. It's got a pop this morning. This is a higher price, higher float, higher market capitalization here. I'm flip through some of these top percent gators making some moves this morning. PayPal on earnings. PayPal had really good earnings actually. Their earnings were, they did 1.13 billion in sales this year versus 1.03 billion. So whatever that is, $100 million more above expectations. PayPal. Typically earnings kind of get in a gradual stair step pattern, and that's what you want to see. If on the long side you want to see that slow and steady kind of uptrend, that's a sign of health on a ticker. PayPal's approaching its pre-market highs, so if you're more into these large cap plays, keep PayPal on watch. The only issue with it here, I mean, I like the slow uptrend, the stair stepping. But looking left of the chart, we are getting up towards some areas of resistance. One thing I like to do too is look at the volume currently, like the volume on the day relative to other days, and see like how much range we have to make money. Because range is where the money's made. You need the volume for it. And looking at the past chart history, I mean, there are some days wow, this day way back here, we had a 15-point move. We're sitting up about, since the open, up a couple points, and from the close only 6. So PayPal's got some room. All right, let's flip through a few. Yeah, PCSA got slammed trying to make that test the open. JetBlue must be on earnings as well. What are we at? We're at Q2 earnings across the board with a lot of companies. So JetBlue, you can tell. Like, once you do this for a while, you can tell JetBlue is in earnings. Just the way the tickers move. It seems like less algos and less people are interested in trading them. AFRM. This one's holding its gains as well. See what AFRM is doing. It's an analyst recommendation. Ugh. Not interested. All right. ISPO, I know, is kind of the lower float play chat rooms are looking at. This one's trying to find its legs down here in the 590s. I told you guys I think this needs to stay above 550. 550 is a level of support on the past chart history. It's actually a really good level of support. With lower float plays, you know, I tend to stab with a lower share size because they involve more risk. And looking at this, I mean, look left of the chart here, 550 is nice little area of support for ISPO. But again, we would need good volume on this to turn it back around. PCSA is probably done. I mean, that move was just is really going to shy longs away. PayPal making new highs right now. Sophie made a nice move at the start of the day. That's what I like about Thinkorswim as well. I can't get away from it because this wasn't on my watch list this morning, and I have this trend line. I got this trend line drawn right at where it tapped this morning on the resistance. And I drew that trend line probably 3 years ago. ASTS, I mean, this one, despite that upper shadow this morning, coin, are you are you in on this ASTS? I mean, I knew it needed to kind of stay above that 19, and it came right under 19, like I said, scoop it right up right under there. And now somehow we got some upward trajectory going on here. It's gonna be interesting and challenging to really break back above 20. It doesn't seem that way though. When you have all this selling pressure, that means we have a lot of people that bought up in this $20 range, which is inevitably going to create some resistance. But man, this thing, ASTS, I mean, look at this chart, coin. I do like this previous resistance turning into support right here in the 1940s now. So getting in on this, I know this thing is like an 80 on the RSI. It's been shooting up from $2 in May all the way to 20 now. But we have this resistance turn support now, 1940. That you can play as your risk. Always want to predefine the risk before you enter a trade. That's what I'd be interested in on ASTS. That support area right around 1940. This is why we always look left of the chart, traders. Look in left. Get the idea of the past chart history. Past chart history is always relevant. And why is it relevant? That's the psychology of it, because other traders find it relevant. And if it's their profit target or risk, then we need to be mindful of that. ASTS now testing that $20 resistance area. Now, I'd be more interested in buying it on a dip, risking that 1940 support area. I mean, it's already let us know very well that it's respecting the previous close, and despite that massive upper shadow, she's still hungry for more gains. All right. While that's making its move, I'm going to flip through a few more. I'm going to take PCSA off the watch list. Serve, this is the NVIDIA play. NVIDIA invested 10%. Man, wouldn't that have been beautiful to get in on a week ago? God, I need a magic ball, guys. If y'all are selling one, I'll take it. IMNN. This one, that Head and Shoulders in pre-market is holding up so far. And it's kind of in a chop fest right now under the VWAP. I don't know. I wouldn't. That IMNN is, that one's on the phase 2 trials, on their drug. But I think they're already priced in, guys. I mean, the stock's up, what, $1 to $3. So I think that move is already priced in. Usually phase 2 doesn't make a more significant move than that. I'll tell you what, I mean, what I like about IMNN is they have blue skies ahead. This ticker has blue skies ahead. There's no resistance. It's a recent-ish IPO a couple years ago. But there's not a lot of data to go off of. This thing hasn't made a relative move similar to today ever. So not a lot of data to go off of there. All right, I'm going to flip through a few percent gainers. If you guys have something you want me to take a look at, holler at me and I will take a look. JetBlue on the earnings is steady uptrend. As far as earnings go, it's usually not a good idea to be shorting earnings. Earnings typically have a more healthy climb. And then PayPal here is on the earnings as well. Ooh, Serve getting served. Man, that's a shame. So I'm saying, guys, it seems like, I don't know. You tell me. I mean, this summer you've had to kind of profit take. I mean, you can't. Some of these tickers you just can't sit on. Of course, Serve with the Nvidia investment, you could sit on that and you'd be filthy rich. But as far as scalping goes, kind of getting in and out, you see a U-shape red to green move like Serve, and you buy in on the break. And if you don't capitalize on that break, I mean, the move's nearly done. I think people are profit taking very quickly right now. But hey, that guy kind of follows suit with the economy we're in. Everybody's kind of profit taking really quick, aren't they? All right, what's the SPY doing? NVDA is dumping coin. SPY is selling off as well. SPY's coming down towards its open. Yeah, good point. Thank you, Mr. Coin. Everything's dumping. Market sentiment is weaker right now, not only in the large caps but the small caps. The ISPO 2 million in float play is trying to hang on, guys. I'd be watching it. I don't know if I'd be trading it. I watch it kind of like a movie. It's entertainment to me. The ISPO, I could easily see that thing getting a tear, being the black sheep. I mean, he's probably going to try to go right now, isn't it? Because it's coming up to VWAP, gaining some more volume. I would be hesitant because some of the other lower float plays have been getting slammed at resistance levels versus having the follow through volume. They got to have follow through volume, and working against the market. Yeah, you're asking for it. This AFRM has got a decent bullish pattern right now. It's you could call it an ascending triangle. It's got higher lows and a ceiling here at 29 that it just broke through. So if you're interested on the long side for this large cap, 29 is kind of this bottom support area. Extend that to the right. Right under 29 is a good area to get involved with. AFRM is doing all right now. And AFRM and some of the earnings plays are the ones that are doing well right now. PayPal, JetBlue, good God, this thing is flying away. No pun intended. Yeah, JetBlue is making a nice move on earnings right now. Let's look left of the chart here, get an idea what's going on with JetBlue. And this is why we do it. Okay, we have major support at 650. Yeah, 650 to 660. Lower shadow. All of these candles, 20 days in a row, and then 10 more days here, upper shadow. So, I mean, that's massive. Man, that's going to be hard to get under that. The problem is we have 750 resistance. So we're kind of sitting close to a 1-1 risk reward right now on JetBlue, and this thing did just kind of go straight up from 620 to 690. See, my problem is I hate chasing. I cannot stand chasing tickers, so I will not chase. I'll wait for a pullback, and then by the time the pullback comes, the whole move is over. I get involved with it, and the thing not only pulls back, but it just continues to fade. So it's tricky. I mean, you get rewarded for chasing, not good. I mean, that's kind of results oriented trading. You're making a you're making money, but making a poor trade. All right, I'm flipping through a few. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, guys, look for shorts if you don't have them already. Here's another ticker, IMNN, getting slammed at resistance, 360 down to 310. It's one we had on watch this morning. Serve had a major sell off from. I mean, that's the NVDA play. That one's heavy at VWAP now, so you can look for a short on Serve against VWAP. ASTS, same story. $20 resistance. We went over that. 20 was going to be tough to break psychologically after that upper shadow. So what do we have holding gains right now? AFRM is still has this upper trend. JetBlue is the earnings play. Still doing all right. And PayPal's even selling off. It's weak market, guys. I'd be looking for shorts. I'd be real interested in shorts for JetBlue around 750. 750 is a major area of resistance. Looking left of the chart on JetBlue. If you guys are interested, here's the chart left of it. 750. A lot of resistance there. So there's a couple ways to trade that if you're interested in a short there. Following the market sentiment today, you either scale in or go single entry, single exit. I don't know. What have you been doing lately, Quinn? Single entries or you been scaling in? I'm still undecided. I respect both ways of doing it. I'm still undecided as far as I think you got to do what's best for you. I think you got to do what's best for you and where you're going to respect your risk the most. You have to be able to predefine risk. You got to be able to do it. Yeah, not predefining risk is and I've messed up on both sides of it as far as scaling. Like I love scaling into shorts. Like JetBlue, I would have loved to stab at it for a few hundred shares right here and then scale into it up towards 750. But when they don't work out, those are heavy losses. Yeah, JetBlue is not bad. It kind of has me salivating as well, Coin, because everything else is fading selling. I mean, look at PayPal. This is on earnings too, and this thing is giving back everything. It's giving back everything that it just earned this morning. The market, SPY still selling off. SPY's testing. Well, SPY's red right now. Yes, right around that area where it's testing the open to see if it's going to be green or red on the day. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, Coin. I mean, I'm seeing a chop fest. Like, look at ISPO. Granted, this is a lower float, but across the board, there's a lot of chop. IMNN, chop. I get that. That makes a lot of sense. And sense. CENTS and SENSE. Yeah, I like that coin. I mean, when the market is choppy, that makes sense. You got to scale in. I mean, otherwise you're just going to be scalping for pennies. because they're not, these moves aren't giving you much. AFRM, in a nice ascending triangle pattern this morning. And nothing there. PayPal's the king turd. Well, oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it hit a tough area of resistance. A lot of upper shadows are in that 64 to 65 range. It was hard to pinpoint exactly where the resistance was, but yeah, right up in there. It might stay heavy under. 62 is really good support, but that's going to be tough if that thing. Gives everything back and goes red on the day. Coin, you still trading in your Chicago office? I should have hit you up. I was in Chicago like a couple weeks ago, but I was there for just a day or two visiting my brother. Yeah, I'll be shocked if JetBlue gets up to 750, but yeah, that's a really good area of resistance. Spies red. Nice, man. It's good to hear. So you've kind of you've had your head down in the market every day since we last talked. It was a couple of years ago. Uh, I'm gonna be right back here with you, man. Once the kids are in preschool in about a month, I will have my mornings back, and we're gonna hit the ground running. Excited to get back with you. Chop, 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 chop. Man, dude, on the short side, scaling into some of these plays, you'd be making money. Making some moolah. Looks like AFRM's kind of making another pattern. Large caps and futures. Got it, man. Yeah, I don't remember if I think 2 years ago you were mid to large caps as well. And I know on our trading journeys, that's if you stick around long enough, that tends to be where you gravitate to because of the consistency. There's just more consistency there. Yeah, right now J Blue is pretty much all I'm salivating over as well. We'll see what else pops up. I still think some chat room's going to pump up ISPO. Somehow it's holding $6, but yeah, SPY not looking too great. Went red on the day. It's sitting under VWAP right now. Oh, AFRM, the stock that was trying to hold up, is now dumping as well. So pretty much just hit anything short, guys, and you're making money today. So with that being said, J Blue, I know you want to be green today, but I'm just not seeing it. ASTS, $20 hit and landslide. Serve, 24 hit, landslide. Right above the whole dollar. This thing popped right over the whole dollar. Landslide. Same thing as ASTS. It's always over the whole dollar. And so far, you are correct, Mr. Coin. SPY is going... Man, I need sound effects, dude. That's what we need for the stream. We're gonna need some sound effects. I'll get to work on that. Yeah, send me some. Send me some, Coin. Next time you take a shit, record it for me. Add it in the stream. ISPO, you creepy crawler. I would never get involved with this market sentiment, but I know somebody, some chat rooms, eager to get you going. Serve still dumping. ASTS still dumping. My God. AFRM still dumping. Guys, if you have to dump, now is the time. Let's see how good these JetBlue earnings are. Yeah, earnings per share of 8 cents. It's actually pretty good because they were expecting a 13 cents a share loss. And their earnings per share were 8 cents per share. So they beat the estimate by 161.54%. Damn, that's not bad. Not bad, but still fundamentals. Not earnings. Man, Coin, what in the world? You got some magic crystal ball? Look at this SPY. Rub it for me again. Tell me what to do. Alright, guys, we got a dump fest. I mean, not breaking news. AFRM dump. PayPal dump. JetBlue not a dump, but get ready for the dump. ASTS dump. Serve dump. Yeah. I mean, ISPO, the creepy crawler that's going to try to explode on a chat room pump. Look, okay, ISPO tested the VWAP like 3 times from 940 to 950, and it's, creeping back up to it. Some chat room is going to get their sheep invested in it. Baggies going to turn into bag holders. Long-term investors of a stock they know nothing about until after the fact. Isn't that funny how that happens? I know nothing about this company, but I have a $5,000 investment in it. Time to learn about it. Mr. Coin, you caught Microsoft short. And the SPY dump. Dude, nice work, man. Patience. I see that has still stuck with you. Patience with a Y. Because patience pays. Great work, man. JetBlue about to get over $7, man. Yeah, there's just... What in the SPY is going on? Yeah, now I know what you're talking about as far as choppiness. This is ridiculous. Well, I mean, I'm happy, but drop a point in a second, up a point in a few more seconds. Come on, SPY, you're not some low float nano cap penny play. What you doing? If you're looking for a deadish cat bounce, I know you like the ASTS. I do have some good support down here at 1880. Let me validate that again. Oh, well, that's from the last few days, I think. Yeah, that's from Friday and Monday. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Coin. Big tech. Earnings, not going to be good. And when's the Fed meeting? Yeah, traders. I know traders like to trade. That's what we do. Traders trade. But I mean, this is kind of a sitting on your hands kind of day outside of shorting or serve is getting a little bounce outside of shorting or this ISPO creeper. Look at her, Coin. She's a creepy crawler. Okay. So JetBlue short against 750 is the risk. That's a play coming up. Or if you just are an inherent low float risk taker, this ISPO, if it gets some volume up over VWAP, and the risk here is get the GTFO if this thing sells off, because it will be an elevator down kind of thing. We've seen the other lower float plays today, so here we go. ISPO up towards VWAP. Let's see if it gets the chat room volume on it. She's a trying. She's a trying. Tomorrow. Okay, Coin. Thank you. Where you been leaning, Coin? Have you been a stairs up kind of guy or a elevator down lately? I am just watching ISPO for entertainment value. That is it. Serve, nice pop ASTS. JetBlue. JetBlue. Making its way downtown. Yeah, what choppiness, dude. This is just... You gotta... Guys, this is what determines amateur traders from professionals are the people like Coin that have the discipline to stick to the edge, get in, get out, recognize the sentiment of the market, and honestly just know how to manage their risk and stay disciplined and patient enough to execute on it. I mean, it's ultimately what it boils down to. Plan your trade, trade your plan, embrace the risk, and accept the results. Been short since 565 SPY. Let's see. 565 SPY. All right. About a week and a half. ISPO getting a little break over VWAP. We'll see if it sustains with some volume. Or if it's going to be an upper shadow elevator drop kind of thing. I think we'll get an August relief bounce. Okay. Well, August is right around the corner. I think the world needs a relief bounce. ISPO, this is about to get dirty. Without the volume, this is going to get dirty. JetBlue creeping up towards the 750 area. I'd like a fast move on JetBlue to get interested in on a short. The faster the move, the weaker the trend is. Remember that. Stair steps up are a sign of health. That's good for the longs. We've seen that on JetBlue right now, honestly. Stair step up. Just these like grindy uptrends. It's a sign of health. It's good. It's good for the bulls. But when you have, I'll show you a very good example from this morning. When you have ASTS have this huge upper shadow like that, it's Not a sign of health. The faster the move, the weaker the trend. Rubber band effect. Same thing on serve. Fast move up, elevator down. And so that's what I'd like to see. I bring that up for JetBlue. I'd like to see an above average candlestick so that we could. That would kind of be validation for a nice short, especially up towards that 750 resistance. That's why I love the many variables that line up. That's how I like to trade. It provides you with that pocket pair ace setup. It's not only am I shorting at resistance, but I have other metrics that make this a high quality setup. Such as that fast move, such as, that the most volume on the day, kind of maybe such as an intraday bearish pattern, head and shoulders or such. I got you, coin. Yeah, I mean, your magic ball's working this morning. And that's probably your gut, that combined experience over the many years. Nice PO, not the volume yet. Upper shadow at VWAP, not good, not good, not great, not bullish volume out there, guys. So, outside of JBlue, that's it. Outside of JBlue, that is it. I mean, we got Clove or CGC. This thing looks like a freaking roller coaster. And you know what they say about roller coasters? The only ones that get hurt on them are the ones that jump off. So stay on for the ride. Phew. I don't know about that. It's a cannabis play. CGC. Oh man, I miss when the cannabis sector was taking off. Those were good times. The TLRY days. Oh, this has got a clear head and shoulders on its daily. Yeah, that's CGC's got a tough road ahead. 820 is going to be massive resistance there. I'll throw it on the watch list for tomorrow for a potential short. Yeah, I mean, I think JBlue's it. Would be interested in watching the volume chart for, a doji star, the above average volume, the 750 resistance. It's not a bad area to start scaling in. That's it, though. That's pretty much it. And we have a little bit of a doji star on it. The good old doji. Somewhat. Doji star is when for those that don't know, when a candle kind of closes, not green or red, it's neutral, kind of like this one, so it's undecided. And you see this volume bar down here is undecided as well. It's an indicator that some use to signify a trend reversal. Man, that's just chop fest, man. Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping it up here soon. You guys have any final thoughts or tickers you want me to take a look at? I got a few we're gonna put on the watch list and for tomorrow. Let's take a look. I've added some an overbought watch list and an oversold watch list too. Coin. These are pretty neat. I'll show you. So this is the oversold watch list. These are just tickers that on the daily are the RSI is pretty much a zero. I mean they're completely oversold, and then I utilize probably more of the overbought one because I like to. Come on, where'd you go? I like to short, tickers that are way overbought. Yeah, let me show you an example. Okay, so overbought short sell. Yeah, these are all tickers that are generally over a 70 on the RSI and have been in massive uptrends. I like to flip through those. Yeah, I'm do what we did best way back when, man, and narrow in the watch list every single day. I'm gonna narrow the watch list in so we can, provide value to the community. I like to flip through millions of tickers, so I utilize this little day trading watch list I created. Just write them down, ink and pen, paper, so that we can go over them in the morning, narrow it down to 5 or 10 tickers, and create a a detailed watch list on the different types of analysis for us to take a look at. Yeah, we'll be doing it, Coin. We'll keep it up. I got some things to work on. I want to make it a little bit more professional, and so maybe we can garner a nice community and provide some good value to each other. I know I benefit from you a lot. Hope you do for me as well, and certainly enjoy your company. So for those that are sticking around, Coin's got PayPal puts for August, and he's like 2 for 2 this morning, so I'd be listening to him. He's got that magic ball going on this morning. And then J Blue, I'd watch that. Either side. There's good volume there. Nice uptrend, 750 resistance. So whether you want to ride it up towards the resistance or short it at there, that's not a bad play. Outside of that, traders, I'm wrap this choppiness up, and but we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time.